to you from Move Well, Live Well, and I wanted to share with you today a great alternative core exercise that you can be doing to add to either your core exercises you're already doing, or if you're just tired of doing sit-ups and crunches, like this is an alternative, or just plain planks, this is an alternative. So we're gonna do a variation on the plank, and this is gonna be great for core exercise as well as working on some trunk rotation at the same time. And there's different levels you can add to it to make it more difficult. Now it's up to you. You can either do this as a repetition type thing where you do 3 sets of 15 on each side, or you can do it on a timed, as many repetitions as you can get done in say a minute, you know, at the end of a round of body weight workout or something else that you're doing, and you want to add in some core at the end of each round of exercises that you're doing. So it's really up to you. But let's go ahead and we'll get down here in a plank position. Remember, when we're going into a plank, we want our wrists to be underneath our shoulders. We also want to ensure that we have our core engaged, so I'm pulling my belly button up as well as tightening my glutes and keeping a neutral spine or a little bit of a posterior pelvic tilt. I'm not letting my hips sink and I'm not sticking my butt up in the air, okay? So I'm finding neutral in the middle. So here we are in our plank. Where are we gonna go from here? Well, we are gonna let our legs come to the side, our feet roll, and we're gonna rotate, and we're gonna hold for 3 to 5 seconds up. And then I would do this on the opposite side. So you're gonna see my back, come up, hold, 3 to 5. Now you can rotate. If you're doing it within a minute, you know, as many as a minute, I'd recommend rotating side to side. If you're doing 3 sets of 15, then I'd recommend doing it all one-sided. Doing your 15, holding it. And you can see not only am I rotating, so I'm getting the plank position, which is a great workout in itself for the core, but now I'm challenging my core more as I come up into that rotated position. Another variable you can put on it is you can bring your leg up just for a minute, or not a minute, a couple of seconds. Not for a minute.
Woo! That's a good one. Hold it up there for a minute.
So if you want to make it harder, that's another way to make it harder. But
and a good point here, when Dr. K is doing that, do that again there, Dr. K. If you see her upper body, you see how her core rotates. It's not twisting. You see what I mean? It works as one unit. Her body,
so my
her spine,
feet turn.
Yeah, as she turns, her whole spine turns with her.
Right.
In other words, she's kind of pivoting mostly in the hip and in the foot.
Right. And bringing those feet, just letting the feet to turn out a little bit.
Right.
As well as the hips. So I'm not like this and doing this.
Correct. See, now she's twisting at the upper body. She's pivoting with her foot. See, their foot pivots as well as her hip at the same time.
Correct.
That's actually a better visual right there.
From the back?
The back. So yeah, if you take a look at Dr. K's back here, see, there's hardly any twisting of the torso when she does that. Do it again. So go back to that position. Good. And then come back up like that. You see, her spine remains in this pretty good position here of neutral.
And if you need to reposition your feet because your feet are sliding like mine are doing, then reposition your feet.
If you want, you could do a barefoot so that way a little bit more grippy. But so again, pivoting at the hip as well as the foot is going to be your key, so that way you don't get a whole lot of rotation within the spine.
And this is great for the core. I'll tell you what, I have done this move as the end of a round of arm workout. So if I'm doing upper body, so let's say I'm doing chest and triceps, it's going to also burn out those triceps more, because the plank is just a great full body workout, but with adding that rotation, we're adding another element to it versus just holding the plank in one position. Now, if that's something you struggle with, Maybe you start with a modification. So instead of rotating, you're here in the plank, maybe you start with just lifting an arm. You know, just lifting the arm out in front of you. And trying to keep this from moving.
Right, and you can see Dr. K's feet are actually relatively close. If you want it easier, you can spread your feet apart. You can widen your stance.
Yep.
See, now Dr. K's feet are kind of more of a wider stance here, and it becomes a little bit easier to bring your arm up just like that.
Closer in you are,
closer is the harder it's going to be.
the more you're going to have to balance.
Yeah, correct.
So that is a modification that you can do as well if you're having trouble rotating with that one arm up and holding that position.
So that would be like a progression.
That would be a progression to the full. This would be a progression to this. Because again, you're practicing balancing on that one arm.
Sure, gotcha.
Okay?
So yeah, that's a good point. So you're working up towards that one that Dr. K just showed.
Because just lifting the arm for some people want them to feel like they want to wobble and collapse. So if you need to, work up to it. You know, start with just extending the arm out. But I bet this is an exercise that you're not doing. You may be doing the plank, but are you adding extending an arm out or a rotational element to it to, you know, further, you know, make the exercise activate those abs, activate that core, and stabilize in here and increase the range of motion? Is that something you're doing?
Right, that's a good point, because, you know, sometimes when we do planks or when we're working abs, we're kind of working in one plane.
Right.
If you watch this video, you do this exercise again here, Dr. K, you see that this exercise works in all these different planes of movement, not just the frontal or the sagittal plane, but you're working in all these different planes, the transverse, the whole bit.
Correct.
So this is a dynamic movement, not just in one plane, that you're really challenging your abdominals and your core with that.
Right.
So again, this is a little bit of an advanced.
It can be a little more advanced. That's why I wanted to show the progression of just doing the arm out, and you can switch each side as a possible progression to work up to this. But I guarantee you're probably not doing this exercise. And if you're not, this is a great one to add to your core repertoire, your core workout, whatever you do for your core routine, or on an upper body day to, you know, burn out those triceps as well as engage the core. Because don't forget, whenever we're working out any body part, we should be engaging the core. So the core essentially works the entire workout, but then we do some core specific exercises to also stabilize and strengthen our core as well. And I don't know about you, but I get tired of just crunching all the time. I like some alternatives. So this is an alternative core exercise that you can be doing. If you have any questions with these moves, go ahead and pop it in the comments below. I want to thank you for joining today. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're there, hit that bell notification button, because that'll keep you in the loop of future videos coming out here at Move Well, Live Well to keep you moving well and living well. Again, I want to thank you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. That lets us know that you care. And if there's somebody that you know that would find value in this video, please share it with them. Maybe they need a new core exercise to add to their exercise routine. Share this video. Sharing is caring. Again, I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm Dr. Kirsten Liwane coming to you from Move Well, Live Well. Have a great day. Bye-bye.